Hello Capricorn! Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Cyril Marchetti. Website at the bottom here is llewellyn.com. This is a 2009 printing, but I do know, or have seen, I think in the last couple years, Cyril has stuff on usgamesinc.com if that's of any importance to you. Feel free to check that out. Supportive Oracle cards. Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen Raish Baskin. Websites are torihartman.com, watkinspublishing.co.uk, or watkinspublishing.com. Feel free to check out whatever you would like. Okay, what do we have for Capricorn? Okay. There's a card that came out for Virgo. And I just keep this card. Not a bad card. I wouldn't say that it was always something that was compatible with Earth. You know, Capricorn's Earth. I saw it for Virgo too, though. So I'm like, I don't know if there's some similarities with you and Virgo at the moment. Because I'm getting something's going on, something's coming in very fast. Whatever's happening, somebody wants to... I feel like they're saying... The way they're coming across is they want to refine, bunny ears, refine the plan. But when they're telling me what they want to do, I'm like, that's not refining, that's changing the plan. That we were going over there, and now we're going over there. That's not refine, that's change. You're using a wrong word. Like, that's not right. Like, no. That's refining is like, you know, we're going to keep going where we were going. We're just going to make it a more efficient trip. That's refining, not changing our destination. That's not refining. And I feel like I'm kind of annoyed with it, because I'm like, don't give me this bullcrap. Like, don't say that to me. Like, no. I'm getting, like, I'm getting flooded with a bunch of, like, analogies that I don't like. I don't like it. And I'm feeling that energy for you. I feel like you're just, like, putting lipstick on a pig and calling it a beauty. I hear that one. I hear peeing on my leg and telling me it's raining. Like, there's a lot of, but they're all gross. I'm just saying, like, that's how I feel about it. Like, it's disgusting. Like, what you're doing, what you're saying, how you're trying to sell this to me, that's completely disgusting. Now, the thing is, in the past, this has gone perfectly well the way it was planned. And I feel like the way you're looking at this is like, there's no reason to change this plan. Like, you're saying refine. That's not refining, for one. No, that is not refining. That is changing. And there's no need for it. So, I mean, if they came to you and they had the same, or we're going to have the same destination, and they're like, instead of making $10 on this situation, we could make 12, 13 even, possibly, you'd be like, all right, tell me what you got. Making more off the same situation? Tell me what you got. But when somebody says, you know, instead of getting $10, we're actually going to do a barter swap, and we're just going to, like, instead of getting physical money, we're just going to get, like, a meal instead. You're like, no, I have plans for that $10. I know what I want to do with that. No, that's not going to work. To them, it's just like, well, you're still getting a benefit. Yeah, but not the benefit I signed up for. Because when I go into something and I'm expecting to get $10, I have ideas about what I'm going to do. Maybe you're Capricorn. Maybe you're going to save it. Maybe it's going towards this.Maybe it's going towards that. It's your decision to make what you're going to do with that outcome. And it's like, no, you can't. No, I'm not here for that. No. And you're not willing to let it go. And I'm looking at from where I'm standing, and I'm like, I'm thinking you shouldn't. I don't know if that's going to work in your favor just yet. I don't see you giving up, because I feel like I don't want to change. And other people are kind of saying, well, Capricorn, you're difficult. No, I'm just making sure what you said in the beginning rings true. I don't feel like that's right. Because I feel like people are saying I'm difficult, people are saying I'm stubborn, and it's kind of like, no, the reason I got involved, wanting to keep the reason I got involved, that's not stubborn. That's how this should have worked out. I wouldn't have signed up for it. I possibly wouldn't have signed up for it if this was for a free meal. I probably wouldn't have signed up for it. I want the $10. It may even be $10 to you, but I signed up for it because I wanted that. I wouldn't have been here otherwise. I wouldn't have helped you otherwise. And I'm like, then I'm starting to get a little annoyed, kind of like, were you playing a game with me? Like, what was going on? What's going on? Like, is this going to have to change? Because I don't see me giving up. I don't know. I feel like, well, you got the Two of Swords and you got the Death card. Other people are backing off. So other people are they're not working towards the same direction anymore. Other people are stopping because they're expecting this to end. This is face down. Other people, the support that's normally there is not there because they're thinking things are changing and they don't want to put more effort into something that's not going to happen. Okay. This person, and whoever you're dealing with is very insistent, like, we're changing direction. I feel like I feel like it's very insulting for somebody to use the word refine. I keep getting that word refine, and I'm like, that is not refining. That is not refining. Stop saying that. If that's popping up for somebody, let me know if somebody hears that a lot from somebody, because I keep hearing it, and I keep, like, trying to, like, fight it at the same time. I'm like, stop using that word. That is not refine. This is change. This is not refine. Like, I feel like that's gaslighting. A version of gaslighting. I mean, I think it is. It seems to me like you're trying to sell it to me like it's prettier than it actually is. You know what I mean? It's kind of like trying to give me a broken glass and saying it gives it charm, it gives it character. I'm like, no, it's a broken glass. I could hurt myself. I don't want to drink out of that. Like, get out of here. Like, no. I'm like, I feel like it's a version of gaslighting. I really do. Other people around this situation, they don't know what's going on. They're also not happy. They're not really happy, but they're kind of like, they don't know what's going on, but they don't want to argue with it. We're coming back to this person. Other people's reaction to this person in the refine thing. If that's happening, it's like, I don't know, hopefully it's not. I hope that part isn't really happening for you, because I feel like if it is, it's extremely frustrating. And I feel like other people are just looking at whoever's saying it, and they're just kind of like, yep, that's what they do. Like, it's a gaslighting thing. I feel like other people look at this person like they're a liar, basically. This person is not very well liked, is what I'm getting. And it's kind of like people are like, we just got to put up with it, so why fight it? And this is the type of person where other people look at them like, if you call something out or you go against what they want, they're going to twist it and make it look like you're the problem. Other people really don't like whoever's doing this. Whoever's using that, it's refining. People don't like that person. So be careful of that, because that could be that's not going to help you. I don't know, something about that's not helping you to, like, don't pull in other people with this, because I feel like this could get just more. It could be worse. It could be worse. You're not willing to give up on this, and I feel like people, whoever this is because. I feel like Capricorn, when you have something to say, you say it. Typically. I mean, there's a lot going on in a chart, I know. But when you have something to say, you say it. And I feel like your energy comes off as very cooperative, usually. So I don't think people understand how strong you really are. And they're also using words like stubborn and resistant to change and stuff like that. That's a term, but, whatever. I don't see you letting go. And I see you, should you, though? No, but, is this gonna, like, where is this gonna lead you? If you keep holding, what type of outcome are you gonna get? If you're just like, I'm not giving up. Because I see, you got the Seven of Wands at the end with impasse. Like, no. I feel like I'm going, no. It was $10. You're not switching the $10 for a meal. You don't get to spend my $10. And no, I'm not doing that. So if you don't back off and you say no, because it looks like that's where you're going anyway. It looks very, very strong that way. What type of final outcome is Capricorn getting? Chariot. And then the 7 of Wands again in the dice. Aggravation. You got this in the dice too. Like, it's kind of like, I feel like it's this long. I feel like I'm growing old with the standoff. It's like a long stand. Like, you can hold your own for like. I've learned this about Capricorns. I got a few in my family. Probably like 5. I think there's like 5 of them. There might be more, but I think there's 5. And from what I've learned, if you push a Capricorn, it doesn't matter what you're pushing them about. They will just dig in, and they will not relent until you leave them alone and you give them a minute to, well, no, it takes usually more than a minute. You give them a while to come to peace with it, and they'll decide what they want to do. But the more you push them, the less you're going to get them to move. You do not, bullying is obviously not good anyway. But if you try to bully a Capricorn, you're just literally going to make them stronger, and they're going to use that momentum to just hold their ground that much more. And I'm explaining this to Capricorns because the majority of you are Capricorns, I'm sure. How does this go more to Capricorn's advantage, though? So, because it seems like we just hold on for like, oh my God, the rest of our life, and it's really annoying because it's like it's wasting your time. This situation seems like a waste of time. So I feel like I have 2 other options, which I don't know. They're not popular options, but it's either walk away completely or change with the situation. So what happens for Capricorn, just as a consideration? Because I feel like you're going to hold the line for the rest of your life, and it's just like never ending. So if you decide you're going to change, and you're going to work towards a change, how does that go? Where does that go for you? 3 of Swords, not happy. But Justice comes in. Okay, so if you're working with the change, this is how it feels for me. It was supposed to be $10. They're like, well, we're not doing that now. We're just going to give everybody a free meal. And that's where that money, that's where, instead of getting money, $10, you're getting, paid for lunch or something. It's kind of like, well, that's not cool, but whatever. And you're like, I don't know, that's not acceptable. The way this can go to success if you decide to go with the change, I feel like I'm getting Justice card, like, well, nope, that's not acceptable. And you're not gonna give me the $10. I don't want that free meal, or I don't want the paid for, or, I don't want that compensation meal, whatever you want to call it. What else do you have to offer me? I feel like that's kind of like, what else do you have to offer me? You've told me you're not giving me the $10. I don't want what you're currently offering. What other things do you have to offer me? Justice is telling me there's something else here. It's reminding me of a Capricorn, I know. They're very big into woodworking. They've made a lot of beautiful things in the past. So it's kind of like, I'm not getting the money. That's what I wanted. I don't want that. But they're kind of like, well, we have all this. Well, take a look around. What do you like? Well, I like you have like a pile of like quality wood, or like maybe there's things over here. Maybe there's like an old chair or an old wooden shelf. Some things. There's some wooden things, for example, if you work with wood, and you're like, what about this stuff? I want this pile of stuff here. I feel like they're like, yeah, you can have that. That I can do that. You can have that. So it's kind of like if you have something specific, it's like, are you happy about it? No, I want what that was promised. That's what I should have. And I'm like annoyed with it. I'm like, that's what I should have, what I was promised. But if, for example, if you were into woodworking, you're like, I can take these shelves and this chair that are made like of the material that I can use, and I can refurbish these, and I can take them apart and use those materials for something else I'm working on. So that'll still benefit me. Is this really what I wanted? No. But that would be an acceptable end. That would end this situation. I would get something I can utilize that will actually benefit me. Still not okay. I feel like this is like, no, this is not okay. And I'm not going to say it was ever okay. But I feel like this could change things. at least, like, you're still not happy, but at least it worked out more to your benefit. It's kind of like either I hold the line for the rest of my life and it just doesn't seem to change. I go with this and I get a different outcome. It's still beneficial, just not what I wanted, but it's still beneficial. The third option, I'll even do that. If you walk away, if Capricorn's just like, you know what, forget it, bye. Just for argument's sake. I'm not sure if that's really an option, but let's see what happens if you do that. Seven of Cups and the Strength card. Yeah, I wasn't sure that was really an option. The Seven of Cups to me is kind of like, it just kind of floats. It's kind of, I feel like I was used and it's just like unresolved. It stays unresolved and it will bother you for a long time is what I'm getting. The Eight of Major Arcana is Strength. I feel like I have to work at letting it go. I feel like it's just, I have to work at letting it go. It just kind of like plagues me. Every now and then, or when I see this person with their, refined attitude, whoever that is, I feel like every time I see them, I'm like, ooh, I'm just like, do not like. I have a lot of bad feelings. If this is a work situation, I feel like this may make you want to find a job somewhere else because it bothers you that bad. Maybe not immediately, but over time, it's just like, I don't like this place. I don't like the people who run it. I don't trust some of these people. I don't like Captain Refine there, whoever that is. I don't like them at all, and that's the type of people they hire, so maybe this isn't the place for me. Over time, it's going to really erode the foundation of how you feel about this place, and you might end up leaving. That's why I'm saying I don't know if like walking away, because it just bothers me. It feels like it just never leaves me. I feel like I got screwed over, and I can't let it go. And I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying I can't. It feels like I have to work at changing how I feel about it because it's like every day starts to really be colored by the feeling like I got screwed over. And it's kind of like, well, how are they going to screw me over next? And I just can't get it out of my head. And I'm just like, I start to really not like where I am. With the three options, it seems like trying to get negotiate, like I can't get what I was supposed to get. I don't want what they're offering. And negotiating for something else that I do actually find value in. Still not going to be happy about it. You did have the Three of Swords with it, but you had it with the Justice card. At least it brings you resolution. It's not fair. It's not correct. But I feel like it brings you a resolution kind of like, well, I did get something out of it. So my efforts and my work did yield some benefit. Not the benefit I signed up for, but still. And I feel like I can move forward and let it go from there. These other two options, either stopping dead, just walking away, that's going to erode the whole thing. But also just holding the line, it just seems to like waste a lot of your time. I feel like I spend a lot of time holding the line, but it's almost like a similar outcome because I never get resolution. I never get any type of compensation. And you need compensation. And you deserve some type of compensation. So it's kind of like finding a way to negotiate. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying at least you get something out of the deal. At the very least, you should be getting something out of the deal, right? So take it with a grain of salt, whatever works for you. I mean, it makes me uncomfortable because I'm like, this isn't right. And I feel like whoever it is with I'm going to just refer to them as Captain Refine. Captain Refine, a lot of people don't like that person. A lot is what I keep getting it. And I'm like, I've had this in the past in my own life with a few different people. It's like, I feel like it's like a popular gaslighting technique for some of these people. And I can like literally relate to that. I'm like, it's disgusting. I think it's completely disgusting. You're definitely going to watch your back with that one going forward, but I feel like other people are getting fed up with this person. Distance yourself from that. Distance yourself from that. That's not going to go well. That's a crap show. That's going to get worse, and you don't want to, like, if it starts hitting the fan, you don't want to be in the current of the air where you get hit with some of the crap. You don't want it. It'll take care of itself. Other people are coming for that person. It's weird because part of me is kind of like, well, Capricorn's pretty angry about this because the way it feels for me is like you're not happy about it. There's other people who are like, it's going to get messy. It's going to get messy. You don't want a part of it. I'm telling you. You'll know what happened after it's done, and I feel like that's good enough. I would just step away from it because it's going to be messy, and this is also one of those this person, the way I'm feeling about them, like it's a general read, take it with a grain of salt. But I feel like if I go down, we go down. They're one of those. Kind of like if I'm gonna if I'm gonna go down, if I'm going to if I'm gonna lose, we're all gonna lose. They're one of those people. You know what I mean? So stay away from it. I'm telling you, stay away from it. We don't need it. Anything else? All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.